All right, everyone. Hopefully, I got this turned the right way. This is the new reel for the combine. Okay, the old reel was awesome looking until I dropped it and broke it. And I decided to do something more complicated. Very complicated. So, here is the load down. And I'm sorry if my voice went kind of weird there. But here's the lowdown on this reel. Now, this reel is a pain in the butt. I will say that right now. It's a pain in the butt. Okay, hopefully it does not fall apart when I go to show you. Because I'm doing this one-handed. There are... I can feel it wanting to slide. Yeah, it's starting to tip. Okay. So, as you can see, it fell apart. Because I haven't put the stabilizers in yet, I guess. So, these two end pieces I had to Dremel out because I don't have any other way of doing it. I don't have a router. So I used my trusty Dremel right here that is also not so trusty. Caught fire a couple times to Dremel out these. Just the half holes right through in here. See these that I'm covering up with my finger? I dremeled those out. Would have chiseled them out, but it's such a delicate piece, I did not want to. Speaking of which, delicate piece. This, I did the same. Now you can see all these letters and numbers on the here. Well, I don't know if the numbers are staying on here or not. Well, there's one. Anyhow, that is just so that I can line up the pieces and get them back into line. So the reel will look like a reel. Now, I'm going to do this one-handed, and hopefully I do not break anything, because I don't want to break anything. Yes, I'm being impolite. Come on, don't do it. Now, yeah, you're doing what I want you to. All right, slide. Come on, come on. Mm-hmm. Slide. I want you to slide. Uh-huh. I don't want to put down the camera, so you're going with me. There we go. And we'll put this down. Okay. This cross-looking thing, as you can tell, is actually the centerpiece. There was two of them, but when you try to put two together on a reel this big and things are not lined up, you get this, a very broken piece. And I had to Dremel these out too. So I broke off one of the things. So it's off permanently. So right now, this is the reel taken apart. These are technically 1x6s, but technically they're not. They are they're supposed to represent 1x6s. I think that's what the original ones look like on an actual combine. So, and doing this through the camera and not actually looking at my hand to do it, it's kind of creepy. I decided to go with 4 because and one's different because one of the original ones broke. So these are the boards that hold up the reel, that make the reel the reel. The first 3 of them were like sandstone slash limestone. I think it's yellow limestone. I'm not certain, but the the white one is white limestone. It's more chalk rock. These are more sandstone. So anyhow, this has taken me a long time. I'd say about 3 or 4 days. Maybe. No, I worked on it all last week, so because I didn't actually work last week for anybody, so I was constantly working on this project. And that's the reel. Now the fun part actually is coming up for me, is because I've got to flip this over, and right here in the center, and I got to flip this one over too, and right here in this center, excuse me, let me get out my case here. I got to take this little doodad, which I fabricated myself, minus the little wheelie things. I kind of put it together. The wheelie things are what are those things called? I don't know what they're called. Give me a minute and I'll remember. Anyhow, I have to put this right in the middle, right there. Let me find the other one. Yeah, they look more like barb. Crap, not crap. I'm sorry. Let me find that thing. Not please. These things are tiny. Find the camera. It's in there somewhere. But bearings. Yeah, these are bearings. Sorry. I'm sorry. Now we're doing this on camera, so you can see my dilemma here. Okay, now this little bar right here, I really don't know what it was, but I cut it in half with my Dremel and that hacksaw blade right there, that orange with the copper piece, and the Dremel, which was very strange and probably bad for me, but I did it without hurting myself. And then I cut it in half, and see if I can do this without actually seeing it. Nope, can't do it. Anyhow, so what these two will do, what these two things will do is once I get the bigger versions of this is an extension. Basically, I'm going to take and I'm going to put it on here, which is the don't want my cup, is the header. I'm going to put this extension right here and move it forward, and then the header is going to attach onto it. So I needed something to make the reel spin without causing damage. So I'm going to put those two, I can't remember what I called them. Anyhow, I'm going to put those into it, attach this onto the side, and then I'm going to drill a hole right here and put one of these bearings inside that hole, and then drill a slight hole in on this side and put the other bearing in, and then connect them so that it'll actually let it spin. So that's coming up right now. I just got done with the what is it called, reel. I still want to call it a spindle, but that's not what it is. So, and on the subject of the header, as you can tell, I'm starting another auger because that one's a little too big and bulky, and it won't be able to spin inside my header. So I'm going to get a couple more of those these things, I don't know why I can't remember what they're called. I don't understand it, but I'm gonna put one on this side inside this, and then one down here inside this, and then that thing right there, the smaller version, which isn't completed yet. This one, roll it, is going to be able to roll back and forth inside here. So right now, I am working on just the header, and it is taking a long time. So I'm going to flip the camera so you can see me instead of just my voice, and hopefully I'm still recording. But yeah, it's taken me. All right, I started this project thinking that it was only going to be a weekend project, and then it turned into, well, it was August when I started this project, and now it is October. And since I had no idea what I was getting into, I thought that, everything would be cool. Well, there's been a lot of breaking, and there's been a lot of trying to design things to get it just right, and then people suggesting to me that I should put this into it or I should put that into it, and so it's become a real pain. But hopefully, after I get um, it put together, I'm hoping that I can have it put together by the end of this week. That is my hope. Don't know if it's going to happen. And frankly, I wish it would happen because I want to throw it out the window. But this is how things go when it's a big project. So, and I didn't think it was going to turn into this big of a project. So, I've got a guy that wants me to build a semi truck out of limestone and with a trailer, flatbed trailer, and he wants all the wheels to move as well, and the hood on the truck to come up so that you can see the engine. Oh boy, I've got that coming up. I've got and the doors. He wants the doors to open so you can see the steering wheel inside and the cab. So that's going to take, since this is already taken August, 4 months or 3 months. Yeah, this is taking 3 months to do. That one's it might take 2 months to do. Then again, I don't know. I really don't know how it's going to play out on that one. But right now, I'm just hopeful that I can get this one done. Once I get this one done, and then I get all the holes drilled and put together, then I'm gonna take some. It's called. It's a rock. What is it called? It's like a concrete protector, and I'm gonna either paint it on or dip it in there. But it dries clear so that you can actually see the rock and not see like paint. So, but it'll be shiny. So, but that's this week. I'm going to try to get that done this week. And if not, then there's this weekend. So, I know I've probably taken up more than enough time. So, adios or goodbye or whatever you want to say.